Hello, everyone. It is Thursdays with Kelly. I have to come up with a name for this. I don't know. Um, I'm really excited to be here today because um, I wanted to talk about. Excuse me, one second. I just need to make sure that I am on here. Can everybody hear me? Um, I wanted to just talk about celebration. How we're always in such a rush to get to where, we want to go, to where, um, all these places and projects and goals that we have, um, to, to just begin to think about where we are, like what, to just stop for a minute, take a breath, and just breathe into where we are in the moment. I know for me, I am constantly, on this quest to try to, get my business going and having it the way that I want to have it and really, working hard at that. And I think, again, we've been talking a lot about all these things that we can do, the not being in the wobbly I don't knows and getting a yes or getting a no or really working with our thoughts and really starting to ask questions as to what do we want, how do we want to create our lives, where are we feeling, just like I know that there's something inside of me that I'm needing to do and wanting to do. I'm not even sure what that is, but knowing that you want to bring it out into the world somehow. And today I wanted to talk about um, celebrating. Celebrating exactly where we are and the things that we're doing in life and the things that we are accomplishing. The little wins along the way. I mean, we all have things that we want to do. We all have, goals or projects that we're working on or, just something that we want to change in our life. And sometimes I know with myself, what I tend to do is just forget about where I am, forget that how far I've come since I started this journey. If I think about 6 months ago or, a year ago, and I think about where I was and the things that I wanted to do and the places that I wanted to be and not even knowing how to get there and the things that in that moment that I thought, oh gosh, like how am I ever going to get through this thing, that this devastating life event that's happening, and thinking that that's all that it was, that your whole world or your whole day just revolved around that. And I think back to 6 months ago or a year ago, and where was I and how far I've actually come, the little things that I've done. I might not be where I want to be, and that's a good thing. It's a really good thing to be in that place of knowing that there's still a strive in me to do what I want to do, to create a life for myself that I want, to help people that are feeling, that they know that there is something within them that they're meant to do, and they know that they're not, doing that right now, or not even knowing how to bring that out, or not even knowing where to bring that out, or what that even looks like to bring out, and helping people to find that within themselves and to begin to bring that out and bring that to a place that feels good for them, so that they're creating a life for themselves that they want. Not going to the place of, well, again, that I should be doing all these things. It's that we are doing those things, that we are doing that, and to take time. I'm really trying to force myself, once a day, to just look back, just breathe for a minute, look back on what I have accomplished. We tend to really concentrate on the things that we're trying to get to that we haven't got to yet, instead of the things that we have done. I've been doing this practice that I absolutely love. When I'm out running, or I'm taking, Tucker, my dog, out for a walk. I start out on the journey. I start out on the path, and I say, okay, I get going a little bit, and I begin to look back behind me. Hey, Deanna, I look back to see how far I've come on my walk with Tucker. I see how far I've come. I literally look back and say, look how far I've come in this short amount of time. And what it does is it forces me to acknowledge I am moving, I am making progress. I am making these strides to get to where I want to go. I am going someplace. I'm able to look back at a time of, when I first started out on the walk, or I first started out, running, and I literally look back and say, oh, look how far I have come in this short period of time. It's not, it's not perfection. And I think I have to continually remind myself, it's not the perfect, it's not getting it perfect. It's just making some progress along the way. It's showing up. It is the celebrations of the things that I do. When we're getting going, when we're trying to start a project, or we're trying to start a place of, okay, I see where I am, I see where I want to go, how do I get there? What is the bridge, that bridge that it takes to get there? Oh, thank you, Deanna. You're one beautiful lady yourself, my friend. That bridge of getting to the place of just feeling okay with where you are. Feeling like, all right, I might not be where I want to go, but this is where I am. And I need to celebrate the fact that I woke up this morning. I need to celebrate the fact that here I am showing up, and I am doing it, whether it's, eating properly, whether it's, starting, looking to what feels good, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's, trying to try art, or trying to do something, just for ourselves, just to carve out, 5 minutes a day to do something for ourselves that feels good to us. And seeing the little pieces of progress. The other day I was out, and it's the last day of February today. We've made it through, I feel the worst part of winter, and yeah, March can drag a little bit, but at least no matter what happens, that spring's around the corner. And I was kind of walking around, and I looked outside, and I have like all these little buds that are coming up already of my bulbs. And all these little sprouts of things that are coming up, and I thought, there is it's going to come. Spring is going to come. Our projects are going to come. Our habits are going to come. Like Gina's saying, I have food addiction and bad habits that I'm trying to overcome. It can be overcome. There's people that can help. There's people that and more importantly, you have the ability to label it differently, to say to yourself, okay, kind of, I had this issue, and in the past, this is how it's been. But today, I might just want to do something a little different. I might just want to say, okay, one day, I'm going to just look at my habits of this, and then maybe string another one together, and starting small. It's just exactly, it is one step at a time, Deanna. It is one step at a time. It's one habit at a time. It's one meal at a time, starting at breakfast, going to, okay, maybe today I'm just going to work on what I do for breakfast. Or I might just go out and walk for 10 minutes today. Or I might drink more water today than I normally do. And string together a couple days. And then celebrate the fact that you did that. I am a firm believer that all you need to really do to begin this for yourself is 51% of the time. You have to be on your game. I mean, these people who think that, you've got to be on your game 100% of the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hey, Gabe. All right, Gabe. I don't see any any snow angel posts here, that was the challenge for the day. And Gabe, I don't see one on there. So, it's taking that challenge for yourself to say, okay, 51% of the time I'm going to do this, because that's all it takes to balance in your favor of change or of things that you want to do. So, yeah, of course, our goal is to get to more than 51% of the time. But to begin to see that change, it just has to be that 1% more. So it's 51% of you doing what you want to do and 49% doing what, that other side of that. So just remember that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not perfection. It's progress. Anybody who tells you that, they're on their A game 100% of the time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, I call bullshit on that. You know what? It just is not reality. You're a freak of nature. And again, I'm sure there's people out there, and I'm sorry if you are one of those people who can do that. I am not one of those people. I'm lucky if I can do 51, 52% of it, but that's all it takes. It just takes the commitment to celebrate the days that you do it. Be kind to yourself. Don't, I heard the statement a while ago, and I just absolutely love it, and I think I have shared it before. And it is, I never thought I was a bully until I heard how I spoke to myself. And if we listen to how we speak to ourselves, we would never speak to anybody else the way that we talk to ourselves. And instead of celebrating the things that we do try, and instead of beating ourselves up for, hey, you know what, yeah, I tried this and it didn't work, instead of just saying, hey, I'm not bad because that didn't work. This thing that I tried isn't the greatest way to do this. So again, just celebrating the fact that you have showed up, you have done, again, one meal, 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. I'm doing this, I have this challenge. It's a 5-day imagination upgrade boot camp. And it literally is 5 minutes a day. And I'll put the link back up here again in case anybody does want to do it. It is really just to get literally 5 minutes a day to just shift so that you can begin to get that 51% of the time of you doing what it is that you feel that you need to do, so that you can get into the 52, so that you can get into the 60, so that you're doing it, if there's 7 days a week, so you're doing it 4 days instead of 7. Or, get to 5 days and 2 days. Again, so it's just a balancing of the whole system in yourself to say, you know what, I want to do this. I want to celebrate the fact that I want to do this. I'm willing to look at this differently. And sometimes in the beginning, that's all it is. It's a willingness to want to do it a little bit differently. It's a willingness to say, I'm willing to look at this. I might not be ready to change it, but I am willing to begin to see what the things that I can do, and to take that breath and absolutely celebrate the little victories, the little ones that are getting you to where you want to go. It doesn't happen overnight. I would love to be able to say to yourself, be able to say to you, you know what, this is on complete opposite. What is it again? Oh, Deanna, it's I never thought I was a bully until I heard how I spoke to myself. And that's, was just asking, what I had just said. So it's really beginning to see yourself where you're at, meet yourself there, give yourself a high five and say, you know what, today I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to celebrate how far I have come. I'm going to celebrate the fact that I want to show up for myself. And I'm going to be a little bit kinder to myself. I'm going to say to myself, you know what? I'm going to have that, extra glass of water. I'm going to have that. I'm going to just, journal a little bit to myself and just talk to myself about, what I feel I need to hear, that we look to other people to say to us, because, if somebody else says it to us, it makes it more real. And I'm not sure why we do that, but, it's almost like we need the approval of somebody else, like when we're out, again, trying to lose weight or trying to maybe, stop, binge Netflixing or whatever. We need somebody to acknowledge the fact that we're doing that. But in reality, what it is that we need is ourselves to acknowledge that we're doing that. Ourselves to celebrate the fact that, you know what, I turned Netflix off today and I went and I, grabbed the kids and went for a walk. Or I, it might be even just, you know what, today when I heard myself saying, hey, looking in the mirror going, oh my God, look at these wrinkles that are happening, or oh my God, look at this, or oh my God, look at that. You begin to look beyond that, beyond what you're seeing into to who you are, who you truly are. And saying, hey, we're doing okay. We got this. We're showing up. And today I might just do this differently. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about yesterday. It's not even about this morning or this afternoon. It's just about right now. And today, right now, I just want to celebrate who I have become, how far I have come, because we forget that. We forget how far we have come. Never mind, even for me sometimes, never even mind 6 months. Think about, 2 months ago, the beginning of the year, New Year's Eve, and you said, okay, this is, I'm feeling this or I'm feeling that, and I want this for this new year. I mean, have you showed up for yourself to do those things? Here you are, right? You're trying these things. So yeah, you are. You're here. You showed up. So again, please just celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you have come. Celebrate the fact that, you know what, I can keep doing all these things that I usually do and get to the places that I usually get to, or I can just be kind to myself. I can just be kind to the fact that here I am and I want to be, the best me that I can be. And that starts, I hate that I'm going to say this to you, but it starts with you. The things that you're looking for out in the world through, the food or the relationships or drinking or, the things that we're just searching for, they do start within you. They start with you saying it to yourself first. So I hope everybody just takes literally 5 minutes today, stop, breathe, and just celebrate you. Celebrate the wonderfulness that you are. Celebrate the fact that I am doing this for me. And that's the only reason why I want to do this. This isn't about anybody else anymore. This isn't about the likes on Facebook. This isn't about the this or the that. It's about showing up for yourself and creating a life that you want for yourself instead of looking outward for habit to be created for you. So with that, I leave you. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Again, I would love to have you in the Imagination Upgrade Bootcamp. It's a whole lot of fun. There's a private Facebook group that goes along with it, and it's just I just absolutely love it in there. I am going to be starting to roll out some really cool programs that I'm really excited about. I'm going to do a membership program, a 3-month membership program. Then we're going to limit it to probably 12 people so that we can keep it small enough. And if anybody is interested in that, please, you can either message me or go onto my website, set up a time to talk with me. It's going to start April 2nd. So there is myself and another woman who's going to be doing it. I would love to have anybody who's interested. Again, we're only going to probably keep it to 12 people that first round. It's going to be very intimate. It's going to be almost like one-on-one coaching. So that's coming up. I also have another couple other groups that are going to be starting. You know what, just even if you want to do the Imagination Upgrade Bootcamp or not, come on over there, look it up, Imagination Upgrade Bootcamp. Come into the Facebook group. It's a whole lot of just inspiration to just, it's free, you don't have to pay anything, just to get into that imagination, because I truly believe that in order to start to do different things, it has to start in your imagination. It has to start there. It has to start, you begin to think that, okay, like what if I could do this? If I could do this, what would it even look like? It has to start there. So I would love to have you over there. I look forward to seeing everybody. Again, if anybody feels that anybody needs to hear this, that they need to celebrate, please share this Facebook Live to anybody that you feel needs to hear it. Come on over to kellymlundy.com, and so I have a free consult with anybody who wanted to be working with me. I would love, again, anybody who would be interested in working with a 3-month program, group program that will be meeting once a week. That will go on for, again, 3 months. Just to anybody who's really in that spot that they just know. They know that they're meant for something bigger. They know that they're just, I don't even say bigger, they just know that there's something inside of them that is wanting to come out and just wanting to begin to explore how to do that. So again, have a great day, everybody. Celebrate who you are, celebrate what you've done, celebrate where you've been, celebrate where you're going. It starts there. Have a great day.